Shop smart, shop S-smart.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis.
I'm your host, Death Metal Hero, and with me is longtime friend and first-time guest on New Book Who Dis, Mr. Jose Garcia. How you doing, man?
What up, Luke?
Yeah! That's the energy I'm talking about. What's up, man? We've been on streams a couple of times before, but this is the first time we've actually gotten a chance to sit down and chat, just the two of us, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. No, thanks for having me. It's been really, really cool trying to get back into the streaming scene, you know. Yeah. Everyone's busy, like everyone right now, like everyone's going their own way and trying to figure out what's happening right now after being away for so long, maybe a couple of years, like it's crazy. So it's really good to be with one of the good ones, one of the greats, and someone who's always fun to listen to. So it's cool to be here, man.
I love this stuff. I mean, obviously, look around me. I mean, I love books. I love stories. I love talking to creative people. The funny thing is, I hadn't actually intended to do like interview shows, and then somebody asked me if I would do one, and it just kind of snowballed from there and became one of my more popular shows. And I realized that I'm supposed to do this. You know, I enjoy having these conversations. And when I was working at my local comic shop, one of my favorite things was talking to the people that would come in and, just because nerds like to talk about the stuff that they love, right?
Yes.
You get us nerds talking about something that we're really interested in, and we'll just go off on a tangent for hours. And I kind of get that fix doing this show and, doing my channel and talking to other people about stuff, about comics, and especially indie comics, because, that's what I'm excited about, man. The indie comic scene is just so exciting right now. There's so many good things.
There's so much going on right now, so much campaigns, like they exploded about like maybe a month ago. Like I'm just starting to see cool stuff after cool stuff after cool stuff, and I'm like, wait a little, my wallet is hurting right now. So
oh yeah.
So I backed like maybe around like 10 or 12 campaigns.
Wow.
Maybe the last 2 weeks, and I'm just waiting for a paycheck to start backing other campaigns. So yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, see, that's the double-edged sword about being in this scene. You can. It's a great scene to like promote your book out there, but there's so many other cool things out there. Like you want to read that, and you want to read that, and you want to read that, and the cool thing is you get to support a fellow creator.
Yes,
but it gets expensive, man. The books are expensive. And not to mention. Space is limited, so you gotta pick and choose. But it is encouraging to see so many cool books coming out. So many passionate creators making cool books. It's pretty amazing, man. And that to me says that indie comics is a healthy place to be. There's a lot of creativity here. And I'm always been of the opinion that the indie scene kind of pushes the industry forward. If you think about it through time, like the history of comics, if the mainstream, whatever was considered mainstream, gets stagnant, the indie sector kind of pushes it forward. They'll do something that'll innovate.
The turtles.
Yeah, exactly. The black and white indie or the black and white 80s boom is actually what I was thinking of when that hit me. But I mean, if you go back to like the 60s underground comics as well, with like the drug comics and Fat Freddy's Cat and the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers and all those dudes, those were underground comics. It was pushing
the horror comics. I forgot. Yeah.
100%, man.
Yep,
absolutely, man. So they always push the boundaries. They always push the medium forward. Hey, you know what? You can do this with comics. It's not just this cape shit. It's not just kiddie fare. It's real stories. It's a storytelling medium. It's not
comics.
just It's comics, man. Exactly. Just like movies and TV, it's a storytelling medium, you know, and the people that are passionate about that medium tell the best stories in that medium. You got to have passion for it, otherwise it's going to fall flat, right?
Oh yeah, man! Like comics is a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. If you don't, if your heart it's not in here, like you're gonna get bored. You're gonna get frustrated, like really
burnt out.
Like, burnt out. Like I can tell you that I've never been burnt out making comics. I work in animation. I got burnt out of animation because I didn't enjoy the stuff I was working on. Like I get that some people get excited. I have tons of. I'm an art teacher here in Mexico.
Nice.
So I teach a lot of people, and I was teaching at DreamWorks to some of the guys who had their portfolio.
That is fucking rad.
Yeah, that's rad, man. And they weren't. There were these guys that were like one push away from being like in full production. So I gave them that last push. I start teaching them like whatever they missed. But the thing is that to some of those people, like their dream is like working on corporation, on show, on on IP, and they always look so shocked when I tell them like I don't really enjoy working in animation. Like I get some like really. I do like all these odd jobs in animation. I do like. Backgrounds, I do storyboarding, I do animation. I'm working on this kind of you could say outsourcing studio. So we get like a piece of everything, right? So I was working on maybe some of these Rick and Morty storyboards, and then backgrounds, and then you have you're working on on these other shows, like stuff like I don't really like the style of BoJack Horseman. Like it's really simple. Yeah. So it was like not a challenge, and I was like doing other stuff, and I was like every single day, everything something different came to our table, and I was like, oh, what we're gonna do now? And sometimes we had something real cool to work on, but most of the time was like backgrounds, like very simple storyboarding. But then we had like the days like I felt like really alive on animation was working like on the turtles on the new animation. Like they had like the really like anime like kind of like these action scenes that are like full animation. Like those were the cool. The really cool stuff to work on, but
I bet, man,
you get those like once in a blue moon, like it's not your everyday, but it's cool. But every time I come to comics, it's like I love comics. You will never find me bored making comics.
Same. Comics is a beautiful medium. It's a fantastic storytelling medium, and it doesn't require power. Once it's printed and you have it in your hands, you can read it if the power is out, as long as you got a candle, sunlight, whatever. As long as you got lights, you can read it. You don't have to have power. It's one of the things I love about it. It's always there. Odin says, I love BoJack as a show, but I can see it being boring for an animator.
Oh yeah, man! Like that show. It's like we would ask like maybe like do 20 backgrounds in like a day, and they were so simple that you could maybe do 40, and still have the day off. So
wow.
So that was like pretty. It's fun. At the first time. You got some cool perks doing all that because they gave you the animation Bible, which is pretty much like there's kind of like this booklet that they give you with the rules of the show. Like if you want to draw the trees this way, like you have to do these exact shapes, and you have to keep this in mind. Like if you want to do this texture. Like we have like a couple of textures you need to know. So at the beginning of a project, that's like really really cool. because you get to learn, all the inside baseball behind all the production. So that's cool because you
Right.
learn a lot of stuff. Like I remember like working in it was called Inside Job, and Inside Job had some pretty cool stuff in tech. So they always say like if you go to see the Bible, the animation Bible, it said like, okay, so if you're gonna draw like technological stuff, like you need to do the cables are always this size, and you always have to put kind of like
okay.
like like a circle shape of this size, and you can mess around with all the medium shape size.
Okay.
And it was like this kind of formula to get every
Just to make sure
crop
everything
right.
stays on brand.
Yeah, exactly, and that was cool, and I was like, oh, let me grab some of this stuff to get it into my own stuff,
Right.
So yeah, that's
That's awesome, man.
yeah, that's a great way to get paid to learn to draw.
Yeah, getting paid to learn is a fantastic thing. Getting paid to learn your craft is, that's how things were done. Time out of mind, right? Apprentices.
Yep.
They got paid a small amount to learn to become the artisans.
Yep.
And it's that's how an industry was born. So yeah, I think it's a time honored tradition, and it should happen more often.
It should make a comeback. Like
I agree, man.
like the
Apprenticeships.
bullpen, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of legendary stuff that we all want to bring back, and hopefully we get it
Well,
back, man.
At
least digitally.
Getting artists together, like, so they can exchange ideas and talk about things and show off, this and it, steel sharpens steel. You see your buddy
Yep.
doing really cool stuff. That makes you want to work harder,
Exactly, yeah.
But before we get too much farther in, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat over here. And I see you, Odin. I see you. I hope you're still in the chat. I see you. I'm gonna get back up there. I see you, chat. What's up, Michael Rushbrook? He says, how's it going, Luke and chat? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. There's my beautiful, lovely lady, Skull Gorgeous. She's we're going to be going to Heroes Con up in South Carolina. I don't know if you saw any of the pictures from last year. She took a ton of great pictures of that
I saw you with Fraga.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that was one of them. That was one of them.
Nice.
I posted a hashtag that everybody can click on to go check out all of her pictures. Yeah. What's up, Nick of Time? He says, yo, boys. Feline says, hello, Jose, by the way.
What up?
Omen Screaming Raven, hello and good evening, everyone. What's up, Screaming Raven? Good to see you, man. And Mr. Michael Odin, Luke Jose. Good to see you, dude. What up, man? I'll be having Odin on actually Monday nights. I believe we decided upon 7 p.m. For a What's in the Box. I have a special delivery from Mr. Michael Odin concerning his new campaign, Elysian Fields Reborn.
Yes.
Yes.
It looks awesome. Like that.
So
that
fucking
looks
dope.
real good.
Yeah,
Like
so dope.
Open has always the best ideas. Speaker. I don't know how you pronounce that. The last one, the JoJo romance stuff. That was pretty cool. Yeah, and this one has vibes of like there's this manga anime called. Let me remember. It's the one where Adam fights Zeus, and you have like all the best humans in the world fighting against the gods in the Battle of Ragnarok, and they have like one-on-one matchups. It's really cool. It's Battle of Ragnarok. I can't remember, but it gives me those vibes. But between Record of Ragnarok, that's it. Yeah, man.
Record of Ragnarok.
SPQ
SPQR's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and it
up,
looks
Aaron?
fun because you have like Achilles fighting like the other heroes. Looks really fun. I have to back that this month.
Odin says you and he are going to be doing something cool soon. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that. That's
Yeah,
gonna be dope. We got Immortal Rising comic. What's going on, Aaron? Good to see you, man. Welcome.
What up, Aaron?
Good to see you, man. And we got Ray Haylock in the chat. What's going on, Big Daddy Ray? Good to see you, man. And Matt LaRock, yo. What's going on, man? Good to see you, Matt.
Man.
Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Let's see. Record of Ragnarok, SPQR's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Odin comes up with some damn good ideas. He's been knocking around this scene for quite a while, doing good work, man. I am super excited about Embrace 2. I'm super excited about Elysian Fields. Elysian Fields is one of the first books I backed when I came over to this little crowdfunding indie scene over here.
I need to get the Embrace, man. Like,
so good.
I couldn't get the physical. I always want a digital version, and now that I'm a dad, like that story kinds of, it's calling me. It's calling me.
Kind of resonates with you now.
Yeah. At the time when it was out, like I wasn't a father yet, so I was like, oh yeah, like I like looks like cape stuff, and I was like, oh,
right.
yeah. But now that I see the dad and the son relationship, that's
there you
like.
Go.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
There you go.
But,
you can read it.
Props to Odin. He always had like great stuff.
Oh yeah. He's a top-notch storyteller, man. And
he knows his berserk. So what more can you ask for?
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And Odin will appreciate this. I was showing Jose this earlier, but I picked up these at the comic shop earlier. He had more, but I couldn't get more. But I had to have these. So I am starting to read more and more manga.
Yes, one of us.
Exactly. Well, see, I picked this up as well.
Dark Souls.
Look at the artwork on the inside. I mean,
oh man, have you seen the
beautiful.
Elden Ring? The Elden Ring one, like it's really cool too, man.
No, I haven't. I just saw this at the and I'm wearing my Dark Souls shirt today, so I had to get this. Anyway, I love the black and white. I love the gray tones and sometimes the zipatone used, and it's really interesting to me as someone who grew up reading American comics, right? The last manga that I bought before I started like picking up, here and there while I was working at the comic shop was like 25 years ago, something like that, when Dark Horse was first putting out Battle Angel Alita. And so that was like the last manga that I had bought around the same time, I guess, that I had stopped watching anime. The last thing I watched was probably like Cowboy Bebop and Trigun, the original Trigun, obviously.
Back in the 90s,
Yep. Like this was the end of the 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, that was when I kind of checked out on anime and manga. And so it's really cool to go back and check out some of the older manga that I may have missed, and some that have become really huge, and then to see some of the newer stuff that's coming out. And I love the line work, some of the line quality.
Yeah.
It's definitely still manga, but it's a lot more realistic than some of the manga that I had seen before. So I really dig that. I mean, Berserk is one of them. I got with the hardcover omnibus.
Oh, the deluxe editions, they're beautiful, man. Yeah, I have all
absolutely
of them.
Gorgeous. Thing weighs a metric fucking ton, though. Yeah, I had an art history book when I was going to college that weighed about the same amount as that Berserk Volume 1. Roughly about 20 pounds.
Yeah, and man, like I have to get another bookshelf just for that, because they're bringing back Vagabond. That's
I've
really
heard good things about that one.
Yeah, that's impressive, man. Like it's really realistic, and they have a deluxe edition. And Vinland Saga is getting the treatment. Trigun, it's getting the treatment of deluxe.
They have at the comic shop. They have the fucking Trigun Volume 1. It's red. It's just like the Berserk one, but it's red.
Yep.
I was sorely tempted.
I
was sorely tempted.
I'm gonna get in depth, like in maybe a couple of months. Like I'm gonna buy like all of them, all the stuff that I've been aching for. Like. But yeah, man, there's a lot of cool stuff. Really great manga, and I just say, the craft of manga has improved like a lot in the last like 20 years. Like you can see, like all these crazy guys, they both work in animation and manga, and you can tell right away.
Yeah. The shopkeeper was telling me I needed to find the Bloodborne manga as well, because I got the Titan Comics, I guess, was putting out the Bloodborne books, and those were good.
Those were good. Yeah,
Piotr his name starts with a K, and I don't want to butcher it. Anyway, he's fucking fantastic. He did a great job on those books. But yeah, I love the FromSoft like worlds that they create. They're so dark and dreary and drab, and
Did you see
awesome.
the announcement of the last?
Oh
game
yeah, man! I am sorry, I am not buying a motherfucking Switch 2 just to play that game. I'll watch a fucking playthrough online or something like that. I ain't got time to fucking play the damn thing anyway.
I am guilty. I will only buy the Switch 2 just for that, man. Like,
that's awesome.
I was watching the direct with my brother.
Yeah,
and he's an artist too, and we are like super fans of FromSoft. And he, at the end of the direct, he was like, "Fuck, man! Like, we really have to buy a Switch 2 right now." And we're like, "Oh yeah, like oh." I don't want to, but like
what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's Nintendo power playing because they wanted a Bloodborne of their own. Yeah. And instead of like werewolves, it's vampires.
Yep.
Yep. Matt LaRock says, I keep some manga books next to the drawing couch for inspiration. They just have an energy to them. Yeah, they do. Nice. They do, and they move, they bounce, they have great energy to them. And again, I love the black and white and the differentiation of tone. You don't need the color. Sometimes the color is nice, but I love line work with black and whites and gray tones. There's something to me that just it speaks
looks
to me.
Raw.
I don't know. It does. Yeah. And it's totally like indie comics. So yeah, I love seeing that. Odin over here is saying that I need to check out Vagabond and Vinland Saga.
Yep.
Titan Comics is the one I was talking about. Yeah, it's a great series. The not Bloodborne sequel. Yes, exactly. We'll have a killer protection plan. Yeah, I ain't even gonna bother. Japanese artists have it this way of letting a world breathe and not trying to pack everything into a single page. Yeah, well, it's storytelling, man. There's a lot to be learned from the beats that are created in the storytelling. Speaking of storytelling, that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about this new book that you've got. I've had better segues, but I want to know, because we're talking about black and white line work, and this book looks fucking amazing. I love the pages that you have on here, and you guys are going to see this in just a second. Give us a little bit of background, like where did this story come from? Do you have like a love for steampunk? Like, how long has this idea been kicking around in your head before it got to this point?
Okay, so this is Club Van Fleur. This is one of I always tell all my students, all the people that I know, that I only have like 3 stories to tell in my life. This is the first one, Club Van Fleur. And the other ones, it's called, I'm working to get to my magnum opus called Ginger and Luna. And there's a second book, which is more like psychobilly monsters, gangs fighting. But that's after this one.
Dude, I am so there for that one. Holy shit.
There's already a chapter up in Webtoons right now. It's called The Hellbound. It's a one shot, but I have like a full story. But Club Van Fleur, like steampunk, like I was getting into comics. Like I start comics here in Mexico. With Spider-Man, with McFarlane. I'm actually just dig up a couple of Mexican edition of McFarlane because I'm going to send some books to Andy Smith. So I was like just digging some of those stuff up, and I remember getting into comics with Spider-Man with McFarlane, Venom, and Carnage, and I was like super fan of the Maximum Carnage game, like Green Jelly, all that stuff, man.
Dude, I fucking love that game, man. I love that, and Separation Anxiety, the sequel. I played both of them, back to back.
Maximum Carnage was always the best. Like,
especially in the red cartridge if you had it on Super NES.
Yeah, that looked badass, man.
Oh yeah.
I always like getting back from school. I always finish like that game like every single day.
Oh yeah. I mean, you run home from school, have a quick little snack, then you try to play video games before you have to go do homework.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So I got into comics with all that, but then fall out of comics, life and stuff, and then got back into comics. Once I saw this amazing comic on the stands, on the newsstands, I was getting back from middle school, I remember, and there was this Joe Math, really cool X-Men Onslaught saga that was printing.
Yeah,
and I was man, this is awesome. And I was like, I need to get more of this, but they only have like very limited kind of stuff in Mexico. So I decided to go to the LCS, and I found out that Joe Math, and there's this guy Humberto Ramos and Chris Bacalo and J. Scott Campbell are doing their own thing, and it's called Cliffhanger.
Fucking Cliffhanger! Dude, I remember. I fucking love Cliffhanger, man.
Yep.
And you know what? Humberto was the only one of the three of them that consistently put out his damn book.
Oh, yeah, he's a monster, man. Like
he's a fucking machine. Love that dude.
We actually shared the same birthday. Like
no kidding.
The 27th of November. Like I've met Humberto like a lot of time here in Mexico, and we always like, oh hey man, like happy birthday, all that stuff. And but he's a machine. He always have like 2 or 3 pages done a day. So
that's
amazing. I actually learned a lot from Humberto. I was the little kid always nagging Humberto Ramos and that off the cons. I bet he's sick of
it. I love it.
And he was like a great mentor. So I grabbed that cartoony style because I love that. I love his work.
There's a bounce to it, man. There really is.
Yeah, and he taught me a lot of his work ethic. So so he actually taught me like, okay, so this is a real job. Like you have to sit down, you have to put in the hours, you have to do you are drawing Spider-Man or you are drawing this and that, but this is like a real job. Like people will respect you, and you can't let them down. So you always put on your best work, and you draw as much as you can. And there's ways to draw as fast as possible. And he taught me some of those, and that was like real cool.
Right on, man. Hell yeah.
But man.
I mean, being able to get this stuff done quicker and maintain quality, that's always an upgrade that everybody is looking for.
Yep.
I want to make sure we say hi to Plagle. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, friend.
What up?
And we got Apex Comics in the chat as well. What's up, Apex? And we got a stranger in the chat. We got Scotsman TV. What's going on, dude? Long time no see.
Oh, it's
those
been a minute.
grayscales looking real nice. Yeah, they are.
Oh,
what's
thanks,
up, dude? Man. Welcome, Scotsman. Good to see you, man. But yeah, these pages are gorgeous, man. And the stuff that Humberto taught you, I mean, it's obviously coming through. I mean, because
thanks,
dude, you're a workhorse, man. I've seen all the stuff that you've been knocking out of the park, in this scene. All the awesome work you've been doing.
Oh, thanks. So, yeah, it's been a couple of books.
Yeah, it has, already, man. Yeah. It has, and I'm excited. Now, is this your this is you, right? This is all you?
Yeah, only.
Okay. What's up, Tokamei? Good to see you, Seth.
I'm talking about cliffhangers. So
yeah,
I really love my favorite artist of all time. It's always Joe Math and Chris Bacalo.
Joe's just fantastic. Oh yeah, Bacalo, man, just what a unique style that dude has.
And I always I love Chris Bacalo, but it's kind of like an acquired taste for some people, because whenever he does superheroes, like he doesn't do like the cool splash page, like he does like this really kind of like I don't know, like more casual stuff, but it looks like incredible in his style, and I always love that, and I was obsessed with his comic Steampunk. Like that was what got me into mostly steampunk stuff.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So actually, one of the characters, if you scroll down there's this character called the Valkyrie Queen. a little bit lower, lower. It's low, down. There it is. That character has kind of like the shoulder pad from Cole Blacksmith, and it's kind of like it's like a mixture between the arm of Cole Blacksmith and Molinia from Elden Ring.
Yeah. So, okay, I see it. Yeah. Wow.
So yeah,
man, those tones, dude. Seriously, the separation is just great. Them gray tones are fantastic.
That's one of the stuff I learned in animation. Like always separate your layers. Have like a background, middle ground, foreground, and all that. And all that stuff.
Smooth like butter, says Screaming Raven. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man, and so steampunk like played a lot into everything I want to do, and then I started reading some classical books. I read like Michael Ende Momo, and the guy from he wrote some of the stuff from the Neverending Story. But so Michael Ende, I love his Momo story, and he has like a couple others. And I always they always had like this the tone that they were kind of from London, kind of steampunkish. And whenever I saw like fan art of all that back in the day in DeviantArt, DeviantArt, yeah, they always had that
Hmm.
steampunkish kind of vibe.
Okay.
So that kind of led me to create Club Van Fleur, and this is one of the stories that I really want to tell. But it's been I had this like for maybe like 15 years that I did the first. Yeah, man, I did the first draft 15 years ago. It was originally like 100 to 200 page story, but it was like super rushed. I had like all the pencils for the first draft, but the story began like at the half of the story, and I never got the chance to see how the characters met, how the characters got into that situation that's going to happen after the first half. And after working on DreamWorks for a couple of years, one of the jobs I landed when I was officially in DreamWorks was in the story department. So I got paid pretty much to be creating IPs. Like we were doing like maybe 2 or 3 IPs a month, meaning we designed all the world, we designed all the characters, we created stories from zero, and we tried to pitch all that to the board of directors. So I got into this kind of weekly exercise of creating new stuff every single week.
Oh wow!
And it was cool because we were like maybe 4 to 5 people, and we were creating worlds like it was like a pretty fast environment to work on.
Right.
But it was cool.
It sounds pretty fast paced. I mean, but when you have a creative team that is gelling together and you're vibing on a story and you're all kind of like on the same page and pulling from the same resource, that rapid production can be it's alchemical. It's fucking magic, man. And
it's magic. Yep.
Yeah. And that's one of the beautiful things about comics, at least to me, is that they are a type of alchemy. All these different disparate pieces come together in this amalgamation, and it's this gestalt of things. Everything.
Yeah.
The sum is bigger than the whole. It's this thing that you wouldn't have if you just took certain pieces out of it. The all of it has to go together, and it all has to fire on every cylinder in order for it to be a banger of a book.
Yeah, man. And what I love the most is that whenever you're making comics or creating a story and stuff, you always learn something new about you, because your subconscious always tries to sneak into your stories, and you're like, why did I draw this? And then as you go further with the project, Like it makes sense. Like, I did this because of that, but I didn't notice at first. Like it feels like magic, man.
It is absolutely magic. And I'm as a storyteller, I kind of feel like what we're doing is not so much making this shit up, is that we're picking it up, we're receiving a transmission from like another world, and we're just transcribing it. And that's why I say, when you're telling a story, you've got to be honest about the story that you're telling.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
You got to tell the truth, even though we're creating fiction, yes, but we've got to tell the truth in that story, otherwise it'll come across as hollow. So I feel like a lot of writers try to force things to happen sometimes, and you can tell. You can tell when a story is going along, and it's kind of like naturally curving this way, and then it takes a sharp bend that way, and you're like, well, that was blunt and unexpected, and the story wasn't allowed to naturally grow that way. It was kind of forced that way,
Yeah, and that's a good way to kill a story, man.
Yes, 100%, man. 100%.
One of my mentors at DreamWorks always say, like, empty your cup. Like, empty your cup before you start the story. Like, whatever shit you have going on, whatever ideas that you have, like, just empty your cup. Just be prepared to, as you say, like receive this from the universe. And Odin might know the name, but the Greeks used to have like this idea of I think it's called the idiosphere or something like that, where consciousness is like in another plane, and people just got like pretty much like ready. They put their bodies and minds, like they train, and they just got in the mood to receive that exact idea. And I love what Peter Semedi says, that he always says Pete's that great. Pete's awesome. He says like these ideas
What's up, good stuff?
needs to get out in the world. So this idea will be communicated to lots of people, but the only one people who is ready is gonna download that idea and put it into the world, because it needs to be in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing about stories. They will persist in your head until you tell them. And you have stories knocking around in your head, and they're not going to go away until they're told, because they need to be out there in the world. The stories, they're stories that need to be told. 100%. I completely agree. There was something that I wanted to highlight here. Apex. He said 50 years of manga. No, I think he said the story. He'd had the story in his head for 15 years.
15
is when he came up with the original idea for this book. And I just want to say that I absolutely love the atmospheric perspective of this top panel here. Just like the way the city fades into the back there is just amazing, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. I always keep everything in layers, and people were telling me, like, isn't this like harder than doing something in color? And the truth is that working black and white is always faster, because you can get away with so much with just one gradient. You have all this atmospheric perspective. You will have like maybe a couple of shadows here and there, and you don't have to flat every single detail with that. I'm sorry for the people that will be doing the colors with the Fragaboom, with black flag. I don't envy them.
They knew what this was.
Yep. I saw it, and I will just panic, man. Like I will see like so much detail, and I'm like,
so much detail.
Like, no, man, this is important.
Listen, Yaki. Yaki's gonna be coloring that book, and Yaki is a fucking pro, man. He's been coloring Fraga's work for decades, so it ain't nothing to Yaki. So but yeah, man. I can't imagine how long flatting that is going to take.
He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would honestly love to see Yaki do like a time lapse, and just how long it takes him to do that, and does he use a flatter? I mean, these are questions that I may have to ask Matt the next time I see him. But I don't envy him. That's going to take a long time. But beautiful artwork, man.
Thanks.
Love seeing this stuff. And it kind of puts me in the mind a little bit like of Wrightson's Frankenstein, the gray tones that he got with the line work, and it's just amazing, the detail and the separation, and that's the vibe that I get from this entire page right here.
Thanks, man. I've been studying Bernie a lot, man. He is one of the greats. I have the Frankenstein book. I have 3 different editions. And they're all completely destroyed because I work on top of them, and I'm trying to understand what he's doing with his slides, with his cross hatching. Yeah. He did magic with all that stuff, man.
Well, you know what he was trying to emulate, right? He was trying to emulate the woodcut artists.
Yeah,
they would chisel in the lines and whatnot. And they would basically draw into the wood, and that's why it had those striations. So he started rendering like that. He didn't know that it was woodcut and then pressed into ink and then onto the paper. So he taught himself how to render like that because he thought that's what they were doing. And holy fuck, I love it. That Frankenstein book is just there's really nothing like it. It's
exactly.
Just, oh my God, especially if you like black and white line work. I mean, I realized that it took him fucking 7 years to do that book, but my God.
It was worth it. Yeah,
it totally was worth it. I mean, that 2-page spread where the monster is grabbing Dr. Frankenstein and telling him that he's going to be with him on his wedding night.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man.
My two favorite panels are where the doctor is kind of in a cage, and you can see the sunlight coming through a couple of he's maybe at the barn.
His arm up above him, body language. Man.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
And there's another one with all the glass, all the scientific equipment, and there's a double spread, and I was like, oh man,
that's what I'm talking about.
Love that.
Yeah. That is a prime example of the delineation and the separation and the textures.
Exactly.
Changing the way the line is used in order to denote a different texture, changing the width. All line work, and it's so layered so beautifully. I mean, we're talking about it like nobody's ever seen the Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein. I mean, go look it up. It's famous and legendary for a damn reason. But yeah, this gives me the vibe of that, man. I love these pages.
Thanks, man.
Now, is this book going to be all black and white, or is there eventually going to be a color version as well? Is that
No. I'm gonna do everything black and white. My next couple projects are gonna be black and white.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know if people know this, but I hate coloring. I absolutely hate coloring. And
look at this fucking page right here. Is this a 2-page spread?
Yep.
Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this and tell me that you don't want this book, and I will tell you that you're a liar. Anyway.
Yep. So I'm trying to go with the manga route. This. The thing that working in comics always have left me with the itch is maybe I've worked with tons of projects, and I always feel the same about the pacing. They always cram up some part of the story. I understand that comics is a different medium, but having this epic final battle in 3 pages, it's that doesn't feel epic at all,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I get to draw this pinup of this guy punching this guy, but if you ever kind of count how many punches do they actually give, you have all this build up, all these 6 issues of working towards something, and then at the end they throw 4 punches. And that's it. and
it's waiting weeks and weeks for a fight to finally kick off in Dragon Ball Z, only to have 4 punches land and then it's over. It's like, what?
Yeah, man.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. This time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to do something more, manga based.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
people,
you gotta let
will-
stories breathe. Stories have to breathe. You can't compress them down. I realize printing is an atrocious expense at this point, but
Yes.
at the same time, you're going to do your story an injustice if you don't give it room to breathe.
Exactly, yeah.
If you're arbitrarily cutting out stuff just to save page count, you got to get the whole thing out there. I mean, obviously there's judicious edits that can be made, but that's where a good editor comes in. But at the same time, you can't compress this shit down, otherwise it doesn't work, it doesn't fit, it doesn't flow.
Yeah,
the story's got to flow, otherwise it's noticeable.
I'm at a point with I'm working with Maddie Fowler with Tiger Blue, and we want to revive all that stuff. So
Hell yeah, dude.
We didn't have the money and time to actually make justice for Tiger. So right now, like I'm trying to say, like, hey Matt, like you just give me the script, and okay, you can pay me some pages, but I am willing to, and I've done that, and I'm actually added some pages to let the story breathe. Like he maybe pays me 5 pages, and I put like 3 or 4 more just because I want it to be like really good, storytelling, and have a cool product at the end. And with my writing here on Club Van Fleur, it's pretty much like the pacing. It's gonna be a little bit slower at the beginning, but it's gonna pick up after. I call them arcs, kind of in like manga. Like I have like a couple of arcs already written. I have like the first arc is around like 500 pages, which are already penciled. So I'm trying to make these 80-page books. Not because I actually want to, get these 80-page books like super fast, but it's mostly because of the money. Like I really
80 pages. It's 80 pages and super fast. Holy shit, man! You crack me up. But you're a machine, man. You can fucking do it.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm sick of trying to fit into these. When I came to the indie scene, like everyone was told me, like you need to do color. Nobody buys black and white. Nobody buys like this kind of story. And I was like, for a while, I was like pretty bummed out. Like I said, like, okay, if this is indie comics, if I need to follow all these rules, like this sucks, man. and I was like, after a couple of years, like I finished paying my house, no mortgage, no debt, no everything, and now that I'm kind of free and trying to do my own thing,
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
I love hearing that.
And now I can let loose, man. I can actually do what I try to set myself to do here in indie comics. Like I'm gonna do whatever I want, and
you're a storyteller, man. You're gonna tell your stories. Hell yeah,
exactly. Yeah, man. And
hell yeah. Yeah, see, I'm with Seth on this. Fuck the rules. Being indie means creative freedom. That is correct. DIY or die. And the whole thing about indie comics, and this is, for those that are just new to indie comics, it has always been about building your audience. Even back in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, if you were an independent, and in the 90s, before we had the internet, before we had this, this technological marvel, monstrosity, whatever you want to call it, that allows us to communicate across and sell things online, you had to call comic shops. You had to try to get them to order from you so that you could get orders so you could get your book printed someplace locally, and then you yourself had to ship them out to the comic shops. There wasn't direct to consumer unless you were at conventions, which are still viable, and I see a lot of people are going to more conventions. I think we're going to see a big-ass boom of indie creations at conventions. Being able to talk to people in person, it's a fantastic thing, man. Being able to pick up on somebody's excitement for their project, that they are, putting their money on the line. They've got skin in the game. They're there at the convention trying to, get their idea out there. And, that excitement is infectious, and we're going to see more of that. I believe. I believe we're going to see a renaissance of indie comics, and it is going to rejuvenate the industry. I think we're going to see an innovation or a renaissance of indie animation and movies.
Yep.
I think media is going to see a rebirth because all the old paradigms are cracking, burning, failing, and falling apart. So here we are. Yep. We got something new. We're changing things. Speaking of changing things, I just couldn't resist this segue. Edge Punk Magazine. Our boy Seth Tokame has created a digital magazine that you have a physical copy of. It comes on a card like so, and you pop a chip out, plug it into your computer.
Go full screen, man.
And let's see. You pop the chip out, and then you plug it into your computer. You get to read the magazine with all the benefits of a digital magazine. So you've got links, you've got video, you've got audio, you've got all kinds of stuff, animation. But you always have this chip, so you always have the magazine. It's not on any kind of server. It's never going to disappear.
Nice.
Can you imagine this as a distribution model, man? Like a magazine, and you could have all kinds of shit on here.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
How much does this weigh? How easy is it to ship this stuff to somebody? I'm just saying, this is going to fucking upset the market. Hit that link that Feline just graciously dropped for you guys in the chat. Go check it out. Issue 2 is done and in the can. Going to be releasing it soon. So get your copies now.
Nice.
Tokame says, ironically, Jose's book is in this next issue in the Edge of Tomorrow section.
Oh,
so
nice.
you're already a part of Edge Punk Magazine. You didn't even know it, Jose.
Well, I didn't even know it. That's cool, man.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is the shift. This is the change that we're going to see. We're going to see paradigm shifts, and we're going to see new distribution models because all the old shit's falling apart. Destruction. What is it? The Red Hot Chili Peppers said, "Destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation." Here we are. Here we are now. Entertain us. So yeah. Oh, hey, some person is here. We can start the stream now. Well, thank you, some person. I appreciate you joining us, so we can officially start the stream. Good to see you, some person. Thank you.
What up, man?
Yeah, thank you for being here. So, speaking of tiers, you've got a great little cross spread here, man. I mean, this. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's to the point. I love seeing campaigns like this. Sometimes when there are too many things on a campaign, you get choice paralysis, and people don't know what to pick because we all want to pick the best thing so we get the most bang for our buck. It's kind of how we're hardwired. Mm-hmm. Making it simple like this is the perfect way to make sure everybody goes away from the campaign satisfied.
Yep.
So this is great, man. So you got a PDF for $5 for everybody that is overseas and doesn't want to pay exorbitant shipping fees or anything like that. Or some people just prefer digital.
I like digital. I buy a lot of digital comics.
Right? Digital is great for going on like a trip and being able to take an entire library of books with me, an entire run. When I was a kid, went on a road trip with my parents, and some friend of mine let me borrow his entire set of Preacher comics. It was a huge stack of books, and lugging that all the way up to Indiana and stuff. I mean, that's kind of a pain in the ass. Having all of that on a tablet, I can read all of that, and it's super simple and portable. Now, when I'm at home, give me my books.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me my books. I want the feel of the paper. I want to feel the book in the hand, the weight, and the smell. The smell of comics.
I'm at a point where I have maybe 7 shelves full of books. There's stuff falling out. So I really need to. I'm going digital right now because I need to be a little bit more selective with what needs to go in the shelf. So I buy digital, and then
I understand completely.
Yeah, I can see, man.
This is, and there's more over there. There's ask my girl Feline. She knows. But the good thing is that she has the same kind of book problem that I do, so we fit perfectly. It's fantastic, man. All right, so since we're talking about the smell of books, this is an ash can that came out at around the same time as the new Batman Hush, right?
Nice.
But it's actually the size of an ash can, and it's printed on newsprint.
Ooh,
Like it's legit
cool.
black and white Batman comic book on newsprint, and it looks good. Like the newsprint looks good, man. So I don't know. Maybe we see a transition back to newsprint to help save costs on printing. I don't know.
It would be cool, man. Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Fair enough.
I mean, exactly. Pete's been doing this for years, and like I guess maybe somebody's finally starting to pay attention. But anyway, the smell.
Is it good?
Oh my god! Dude, it smells like old comics. Like
nice.
not like comics that have been sitting for a long time, but like a brand new like newsprint comic. Yeah,
out of the printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please give that book a sniff for me. Absolutely. Oh man, aside from being able to talk to my customers, one of my favorite things about going into the comic shop was opening up the door and that smell of print hitting me in the face.
Nice.
You know, there is nothing quite like the smell of ink on paper in book form, and it's such a wonderful, peaceful smell to me, and it immediately transports me back to like when I'm a kid.
You know, like you still have that on the indies because once you get your books from the printer, you have all that stuff, but with your own book, you know. And
Heck
it's really cool.
Man. Yeah. How does it taste? I'm guessing the same way newspaper always tastes. Better to read it. Yep. They need to make a scented candle of that, right? That would be amazing. But I mean, they can't get new car smell correct. So I don't know if they can actually get newsprint smell correct. I mean, maybe. Who knows? So quick going over the tiers here. We've got the digital tier, the physical tier, which is the book and the digital copy. $30 tier. So if you like it, a merch. I know a lot of you do because I'm one of them people that likes merch. You got all kinds of merch here. What is in the merch? Tell me what we're looking at here.
So you're looking at an acrylic kind of like keychain with all the kids in a spaceship, and there's this transparent sticker sheet. Like I really love stickers, but I really hate that they have this kind of like white border. So I decided to go with kind of this transparent stuff. So you just pull them out, and you can
that's awesome.
stick them wherever you want, and they look cool. So and the $50 tier, it's everything, the physical, the stickers, the keychain, and there's this acrylic standee. It's like I can remember I may have put the measurements around there because I'm thinking in centimeters, and you have like the freedom units, and I can remember how much is it in freedom units. It's kind of big. It's like maybe like 7x4, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. That sounds about on par with most acrylic standees. I'll scroll down here and see if you've got more stuff on it.
Oh no, that's it. I have like this like up there. I have like sketch cards.
I want to ask about Jelly Bat. This is your imprint, right? This is you. Okay, cool.
Yes,
yeah,
that's me.
Nice.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Dude.
So Jelly Bats is kind of like this is my first book. Rocking the Jelly Bats brand. And from here onwards, I'm gonna do everything. Jelly Bats. Like it's gonna be like this imprint. I have some students that they want to print with me too. So I'm gonna try to polish some people. Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Heck yeah. So this is really a new beginning for you. You're doing your own thing. You're starting your own publishing company and debuting with your own book, an idea that you've had for 15 years brewing in your head, and it's come to fruition. Man, this is monumentous, dude. Congrats. I love it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. This is fantastic, man.
It's been in the works for a while, yeah.
Yeah. Screaming Raven says, Jose, you're creating a monster and don't even know it. My daughter is going to absolutely nuts over your book.
Oh, nice.
Heck
Awesome.
yeah, man. Heck yeah. Now, I see you've got Lumina-Vox, your 8-bit story. Now, are these eventually going to be re-released under your publishing label, or are these?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I just got back the rights for a book I did in 2020 for Webtoons.
Okay.
So I actually have another book that it's already done, and I need to print. It was like kind of like my debut in Mexico. I had this book called Seasons. It was about kind of like these 4 silent love stories, and Webtoons love them so much that they pay me to redraw them actually. And
nice, dude. Heck yeah.
And it was like this official release, but they had like this contract that after 5 years, like I get the rights back, but I couldn't like post it anywhere. So I got a couple of weeks ago. I totally forgot about this, and I just received like this text and this email from Webtoons, and it was like, oh yeah, so the rights for Seasons expired, so you can either print it or you can digitally upload them if you want to any platform, and you're good to go. And I was like, oh man, now I have another comic that I need to print.
Right.
And
hey, you getting that back catalog, man? That'll be good for the good for the imprint, man. That'll be good for the brand.
It's gonna be
Heck
cool.
yeah.
And that comic actually was the one that before going to DreamWorks and all that. That was the first comic I did. It was like 100 copies. It was like
okay.
Yeah, it was like I have a friend that says that nowadays you can get $20 and it's not much effort, but back in the day when you had to work for $20, those were like hard $20, you know.
Oh, yeah, totally.
and this book was like my hard 100 copies, you know. Like I really worked for those. They sold out, and
excellent.
I got my teaching practice because of that. Like people that
awesome.
Gave me the seal of approval. Because before that I could never fill a classroom of people that wanted to learn how to draw. And after that book, like ever since that book came out, like every single time I open a class, like every time it fills out, and it was because of that book. So it's good that it's going to be back.
Awesome. That's fantastic that it's going to be, back in your hands now, and you'll be able to,
my input,
yeah, dude, this is awesome. This is awesome, man, and this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people have been slogging it out in the trenches, and it seems like things are starting to, finally get to the point where things are getting built up, and there's again, old paradigms are changing. The old is ending, the new is beginning, and I'm here for it, man. I love it. I'm here for it. I love seeing it.
The future is now, old man.
That's right. I mean, hey, man, it's better late than never, right? If you didn't start yesterday, the best time to start is today, right? Right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. So let's see. Need to make it Jellybat. Jellybat meets Fembat says Apex. Nice. Some person wants to know if you have a YouTube channel, Jose.
I do. It's called Jellybat Express. I do some streaming. I was actually coloring some of the stuff that you see in the campaign, adding some grayscales. And as of right now, I'm doing, if you go to my Twitter, I have like time lapses of 3 minutes of because I'm working on these pages like every day. And you can see like 4 hours of work, or maybe like 9 hours of work in 2 minute videos. So you can see how the cross hatching is going, in a video with a small tune. So it's
This
cool.
panel, holy shit, dude!
Funnel, yeah, man.
Oh my god, are you fucking serious with this panel right here?
Yep.
Fuck. Like that's just incredible. The amount of detail, and it all reads. A lot of times when panels that size, for instance, when they end up with a lot of details, sometimes it just doesn't read. There's, the detail just kind of overruns itself.
Yep.
And it's hard to read. But this is clear, man. You got your balances going on there, and it's fantastic, man.
Thanks, man.
I dig it. Yeah. Let's see. Jelly Bats Press. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Says some person.
Yeah, I hope nobody else has snatched at my Jelly Bat Press stuff. No, yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Hey, it's got your logo. Your logo. Thank you, some person. Appreciate it. I just subscribed. Didn't realize you had a YouTube. Yeah, absolutely, man. I love time-lapse videos. I want to put out more time-lapse videos.
Yep. It's really easy to do that right now. I'm just I'm working with CapCut, and
CapCut.
You just put your video and you let's say I have like this 4-hour video that I record with OBS or whatever, and you just drag it into the timeline, and there is a tab that says speed, and you can actually say like, I want this 4-hour video to last like maybe 2 minutes or 2 minutes and a half. You can custom you can put out a custom time, and it will automatically speed it up so it will fit that time. So what I do is that I download kind of like this copyright-free music. I see how long is that track, and then I go back to my video and I just add the exact same amount of time, and in 15 minutes you have like these time-lapse videos. So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty damn cool. What platform is that on? Is that just on Windows, or is it Mac? Is it
it's both. It's you will have either a Mac and Windows.
Okay, CapCut. I'm gonna have to look that up because I've got my Photoshop and my Sony Vegas are both from like 13 years ago. Like Sony don't even own Vegas anymore, from what I understand. But I mean, they work. They're tools that I understand, and I can get stuff done with them. They work. I have had them for years. I don't have to pay for new. So yeah. CapCut.
Understandable. Yeah. That's a TikTok kind of app that everyone uses that for TikTok.
Yeah, okay. All right, I've been looking for a way to make easier time-lapse videos, just because I got to go through and then shrink the video down, the original footage, and then I have to render that out. Then I got to take that back into Vegas. Then I got to shrink that down more, and then I got to render that out, and then I got to take that back into Vegas. Then I got to shrink it down more, and then I got to render that out. It's just
Yeah, I was dealing with the same stuff. That's what I went to CapCut. Like I was doing everything in After Effects or maybe something like that.
Right.
And I was like, man, they're like, I want something easy. I want something that's really
like easier way.
Yeah. And I stumbled upon this tutorial in YouTube, and I downloaded just because I want to see if it was true. And yeah, man, it was like super fast and super smooth. And if you buy premium, but I don't have the premium stuff,
right?
You can get the format change into the vertical TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
Oh,
stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, every platform likes the shorts now.
Yeah, the shorts.
And I mean, to be fair, I've seen some pretty cool little shorts, and I've gotten like little quick hits of information. It's neat. I do enjoy some of the longer form videos though.
Oh yeah, me
more
too.
In depth. I like watching some of the documentaries, especially about like old fucking video games that I used to love. And like some of the retro scene stuff that's going on right now, and yeah, it's cool, man. Aaron says, "Wait till you see his dragons in Immortal Rising #3."
Yes,
yeah,
we're
bet,
getting
man.
to that.
Yep. If that was traditional, you'd have to draw on a larger format and shrink down to the fifth page, probably. But I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, even this page right here, this 2-page spread, just fantastic, man. So what is the game plan going forward for you? Is this what you are focusing on from here until the story's done? How many volumes did you say you have planned for this?
As of right now, I have up to volume 6 on pencils.
Wow.
So that's the first arc. And after that, it's maybe like 6 to 8 arcs, but some are super small, maybe like an 80-page volume. So what I'm trying to do right now is go full time on, on the indie stuff. Like I left my work on animation. I think at the start of last year, I left my work in animation. I was comfortable enough with the house paid. I have my teaching kind of business going on, so that helps with with most of the bills. So it got me to a place where I can actually try to go full time for the first time in my life doing comics. And I'm trying to put out, like, after this campaign, I'm trying to get like maybe a book like maybe every 3 months.
Wow. Holy
so
cow.
it's gonna be fast paced. I want people to read the story. I want this to, after we finish the first 6 campaigns, I want to post this for free as a webtoon. And I'm trying to get readers. Like I'm just trying to get enough money to get by and to feed my family. But like the classes already have are doing like the heavy lifting. But if I get to make some money with the comics and stuff, like I can start paying like some assistants. Right now it's just me and my wife working on this. Like my wife sometimes helps me with adding some flats, adding some light and shadows here and there. So it's kind of like a family business.
Hey, teamwork make the dream work, baby. Hell yeah. Love hearing that. I mean, this is what I mean, man, about indie creators, skin in the game, and it's not just them, it's their support network as well, and I love hearing about like the team efforts, man. I love hearing about the wife being part of it.
It's the best, man. Like
man.
we're in the same channel. Like we are talking comics. She wants to get a book out one day. She's a 2D animator. So she
awesome.
So she actually does better animations than me. So I'm always like, honey, can you help me animate this stuff? Like,
baby, can you help me with this?
Man.
Love it.
And we want to do some stuff together. So she has like a really, really great. She has like this really great workflow. And she has high. She's very skilled, so she's a pro. But she's like a very camera shy, and she's like very she's a very private person.
Completely understandable, man. The internet has made us all entirely too share happy with every little iota of a thought that we have in our heads these days. I mean, have you seen social media?
I know. Yep. Oh no, she doesn't have like any. Like she's like.
Good on her. Yeah.
She and my daughter we are planning that our daughter doesn't have we're trying to prevent she goes on social media for a while, as long as we can,
it's a good idea.
but we're trying to.
Let's not go to the internet. 'Tis a silly place.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're trying to make this family business, and we're trying to get this stuff going. This one took a little a while. I was planning on having this first volume in 2 months,
right?
But then I have I'm working with Tyler from Dragon Talk, and we're making this comic called I Play Blackjack to Save the World, which is kind of like manga-ish.
Wow.
And so that's cool, and I get to learn how to ink, kind of like more manga, so that's cool. And
awesome. So you're going to be doing that traditional?
No, it's Clip Studio Paint, but I never. But before that that project, I had the Clip Studio Paint, but I never really use it. Like I had the lifetime license, but I never use it for maybe a couple of brushes. But now that I'm actually using it, I'm loving it, and so.
I actually just got gifted an iPad 6. Jim Cox sent me his old iPad and his iPad Pencil. So
Procreate, yeah.
I got it set up with Procreate, and I got Fraga's brushes in there now. And being a PC person and I stepped out of the Mac architecture when my 2011 MacBook Pro shit the bed, and I couldn't get it fixed. So having to deal with Mac and their closed architecture is making my inner tech support nerd eye twitch. But I finally got the shit on there, and they gotta make it so you have to reach around your ass to grab your elbow to put something onto an iPad. But I did it. But yeah, I'm super excited about it, man. I am honestly impressed with how smooth the iPad is when it comes to watching videos, and I used it for D&D the other day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those Frega brushes, I would love to try them, but as of right now, I'm more like a PC desktop person.
Yeah.
But my wife, she has the iPad, so every time I try to maybe doodle around in her iPad, she's always like, "Do not change the settings or I will kill you."
Touch nothing or you will lose your fucking hands.
Yep. So I just played around with it for maybe 5 minutes. But every time I see the Fraga stream, I'm like, oh man, those. Oh,
he's got it set up with the iMac. Man, he's back when they still made PC cases. You could give somebody a concussion with. That PC case or that tower that his MacBook or his Mac is in, that is machined aluminum. That is a fucking beast. I've seen that thing. It is massive. But yeah, it's an old school one, man. I mean, when he got that thing built, that had to be big ball in computer, because that shit was super expensive back then. Yep. But it's a beautiful machine. It's still running fucking 12, 13 years later, longer.
Yeah.
And I see you, Seth. I see you with your Linux. Yeah, I got a computer that I actually want to put Linux on. I'm gonna start dipping my toe into that, because I ain't playing with this Windows 11 bullshit.
Oh yeah.
They can take their telemetry, turn it sideways, and cram it up their ass. Andy R, what's up, dude? Linux and ThinkPad T480 is a great combination to Tampad. Nice. Oh, to the iPad. Okay, cool. Nice. I will look into that. I've got a laptop that's newer, and that's my travel thing, and I forgot to take my drawing tablet with me when I went on a trip to go see my girlfriend at one point, so I had to order a new one, and it actually, it's a little bit smaller, so it fits in my travel bag a lot easier, and it's newer, so it's a little bit smoother than the one I have here at home at home base, and I'm actually kind of glad that I have it, because I don't have to unhook this. I can just leave all this shit set up, and just take my laptop with me, and I've got my travel screen with me, and now I got an iPad. So I'm looking forward to taking the Apple Pencil and being able to sit on the couch while we're watching something and just doodle. You know, because that's one of the things. You know, I feel like I need to do more warm-up sketches and stuff like that. More just drawing that isn't required for a specific project.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No.
dude, this is fantastic. What were you gonna say?
Every time I go outside, I just give up. I don't own an iPad for myself, and I don't. I'm done bringing these laptops and stuff. I really hate those. If I'm outside, I don't draw at all. Every time I go to the drink and draws here in Mexico City, I draw for a while until all the gang's all here, and after that it's 15 minutes drawing, and all the rest is drinking and shooting the shit.
Well, that's what drink and draws eventually devolve into. You know, you start drawing, and then you drink a bit more. You seem a little less interested in drawing, and you'd rather just keep drinking because you're having fun. Exactly.
Yep.
No, that's how it goes, and that's all right. That's all right. Sometimes it leads to very funny drunken sketches, though. You have to admit.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Well, Jose, we've been going for about an hour and 20. I was really just enjoying the conversation, and the time just flew by. So yeah, man, thank you so much for coming to hang out, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime you have a book, hit me up. You are more than welcome to come back and pitch the book, man. This is beautiful stuff. You got a history of delivering on exactly what you promise, and I am so damn excited for the future of Jelly Bat Press, man.
Thanks
congratulations.
A lot. We have 2 new backers. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yes. Guys,
awesome.
You rock. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Is there anything else that you want to say about Club Van Fleur before we wrap this one up, man?
This is a story. We have very different kind of characters going on. It's gonna be kind of this mixture of steampunk and dark fantasy. So expect some berserk stuff. So it's gonna be cool. It's a tale mostly about trying to honor your parents' legacy. That's what the main character, the girl Julie Van Fleur, she's trying to protect her family legacy. And these boys are trying to see what's out there in the wilds. So it's kind of like this mixture of these worlds clashing. It's science, nature, fantasy monsters, and you have all these political stuff going on, in-world politics, like people trying to use the inventions of the Club Van Fleur to perpetuate this endless war against the nature, against the elementals, against the monsters and magic. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So
got a little Princess Mononoke in there, huh? Dig it. Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude. You guys, you're going to want to get this book. So hit that link. Go grab yourself a copy of this. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me and Jose here. And Jose, I want you to see, Screaming Raven says, yes, I would love to see you here again. Officially have 2 new fans.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Screaming Raven. Appreciate you being here. And, dude, this was great. I had an absolute blast. Chat, you guys are fantastic. And remember,
shop smart, shop S-smart.